Do you ever feel like you're doing everything right and it still feels like she's slipping away? You provide, you show up, you keep the house running, the lights on, and the chaos out. But somehow she's still cold, distant, tuning out. Here's the truth that no one wants to talk about. She doesn't need you to be flawless. She needs to feel you. And if you've gone numb to stay strong, your emotions have turned into landmines that you just tiptoe around, then she's not pulling away because you're weak. She's pulling away because you're gone. Stick with me, because what you're about to hear may be the one thing that saves your relationship and your sense of self. There was a point in my past relationship where I thought we were doing okay. Sure, we had our arguments, but we resolved them. We didn't scream, we didn't call each other names, and we didn't ignore each other for days. And still, she kept pulling away. No matter how much I tried to fix things or take the lead, something felt off. She didn't trust me to lead emotionally, and I just couldn't understand why. I found myself getting defensive when she questioned me. I became resentful that I was doing everything and it still wasn't working. One night, she looked me straight in the eye and said, "I don't feel you in this. You're here, but I can't reach you." And that hit like a freight train, because deep down, I knew she was right. I was going through the motions. I was playing the part, but inside, I was walled off. And that wall didn't protect me. It buried me. Here's what happens when she can't feel you. She stops trusting your leadership. You fight to lead, and she resists you harder. Intimacy dies, and you become roommates instead of lovers. Let's be real. There are two common types of men that she doesn't trust. The stoic shutdown guy who never shares anything that he feels, and the emotionally explosive guy who overshares everything and drowns her in chaos. Neither of these feel safe. Emotional mastery isn't about becoming hypersensitive. It's about having the capacity to feel without being consumed. Think about that. Being able to name your emotion in your body, to own it, and to still hold your ground. You don't suppress it. You don't collapse under it. You contain it with clarity and strength. That will make her feel safe. That makes her respect you. That makes her want to open her heart to you. And the benefits, you don't react, you respond. You don't explode, you express. You don't shrink, you stand. Here's where most men fall flat. They finally try to open up, and they turn their partner into a therapist. She becomes his emotional outlet, his caretaker, his mother. That's not vulnerability. That's emotional dumping. And it kills attraction faster than silence. Vulnerability isn't collapse. It's a conscious reveal. You share with her not to be saved, but to create connection, to show her that I'm aware of what's alive in my body, what I'm moving through, and I'm working through it. Because here's the kicker. Women are incredibly intuitive. She will sense a shift in your emotional energy before you do. So when she checks in and you pretend that you're fine, she will feel that gap. That dissonance will break trust in your relationship, because she will no longer believe your words, and she's going to doubt your leadership. So if you ever want to be trusted again in your relationship, start by being honest with yourself and learn how to share from strength, not from desperation. So, how do you actually build emotional mastery? Here are a few things that changed everything for me. The first was breathwork and movement. There was a time that I was just stuck in my head constantly, overthinking every conversation, every mistake, My body was tense, my jaw was locked, and I felt disconnected from everything. My partner, my purpose, my own emotions. And then I found breathwork. The first time I exhaled fully and let my body feel what it was holding on to, it cracked something open in me. Breathwork and intentional movement will get you out of your head and into your body fast. And that's where your emotions live. You don't process emotional pain through logic. You release it through the breath, through sweat, and through stillness. This isn't optional. This is your ability to reclaim your own instincts, your presence, and your truth. The second thing that changed everything for me was men's work. I used to think that I had to have everything figured out on my own, but I kept repeating the same patterns until I attended a men's retreat. And one of those evenings, I had shared something that I had been carrying for years and afraid to share with anyone. And I wasn't judged. I was met with nods and grounded truth. And honestly, that moment changed everything for me. What I've learned is men's work gives you a mirror. It shows you what's real and what's an excuse and what you haven't yet dared to confront. And it will train you to bring that same clarity into your relationship, into your leadership, and into your life. No more outsourcing emotional labor to your partner. You can finally become the container and supported by men who can hold you. The third absolute game changer for me was purpose-driven living. When you don't know what matters most to you, everything will become a trigger. You'll start to overthink, overcompensate, and overreact. But when you know your mission and your values, and you're living in alignment with that, chaos just won't shake you in the same way. Having a purpose will anchor you. It will simplify decision-making and turn your reactions into responses. When you're clear on who you are and what you're here to do, your emotional state will start to stabilize and you'll become trustworthy. And that trust will radiate into all of your relationships. These aren't just practices. They're weapons, tools to help you reclaim your edge without losing your soul. Here's what I need you to know. You don't need to become more emotional, but you do need to be the man who dares to feel and to lead himself through that. Because if you keep hiding behind armor, she'll stop trying to find you. But if you choose to lead from presence, she'll start to feel you again, and you'll feel you again. This is the work that we do inside the Brotherhood. It's not for men who want to talk about it. It's for men who are ready to be about it. You can access the link to the Brotherhood in the description below, and I'd love to hear from you. What's one emotion that you've been avoiding, and what would happen if you decided to face it head on? If you're ready to stop numbing and start leading from within, take action today, because this step could change everything. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Stu Murray signing off, and we'll see you next week.